But we're talking Jared Goff. So to answer your question, Jared Goff at 12. Okay, I can go with Mahomes, Hurts, Burrow, Allen, Herbert. Jackson.
Top 6 is solid, right?
Yeah, Jackson.
Top 6 has to be solid.
Sure. Like, right. Then you get into, like, Trevor Lawrence. Okay, he had a good season. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, but what has he done before that? Not much. Now, maybe this was his takeoff year, but maybe not.
Sure.
Like,
right.
But maybe not. Like, I'm sorry. Got a new head coach? Fine. 8, Aaron Rodgers. Okay.
I feel like that's a legacy placement, right? Like,
it is.
You constantly feel like Rodgers is always going to be one of the better quarterbacks.
You can't count him out, right? Like, it's one of those things like, who does he decide to be today? Like, that's tough because if he wants to be the number one, like, he can be the MVP. But if he's not in the mood, he's not. So he's a moody player. Fine. At 8. Okay. 9, Prescott.
This is where
this is where yes,
the list,
totally
the list falls off.
And just so everyone knows, Meko and I have not talked about this. He texted it to me this week, and then we have not talked about it. So this is where it falls off a cliff to me. 9, Prescott. Go. Okay, like he should be doing so much more with that team. I'm sorry.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry. Like, that's not okay. Let me just get through this. 10, Geno Smith. Okay, he had a season. I mean, come on. Like, nobody saw this coming. I think there was one guy who said he saw it coming, and that guy, like, lives on Mars. Yeah, good for you. Okay, whatever.
Right.
Because nobody else did. You know, forget about it. Okay, 11, Cousins. Okay.
Maybe.
Maybe 11, but I think Goff should be 10. Like, I think Goff could be 9. I'm sorry. When we get into that cliff fall, I think Goff could be 9 or 10. If you want to argue, like, Cousins, Goff, like, we can argue that. You know what I mean? Like, we could debate it.
Yeah. So this is where, because again, this is a projection, so I don't want to sit here and like
pound
the table too hard here.
I know,
because I do think some things on this list are a little blasphemous. Like you pointed out, Matthew at 19. If he's not healthy, I can see it. If he's healthy, I feel like Matthew's going to be up in that same range where we're talking about where Jared Goff. Maybe he should be 9. Maybe he should be 10.
No, I think Goff would be like 7 ahead of like Trevor Lawrence.
I would probably still take Trevor Lawrence over Jared Goff.
No, Stafford. I'm saying Stafford.
Okay.
Stafford would be up there, which would still push Goff. I'm just saying.
No, absolutely. That could probably.
Oh, sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah.
But the quarterbacks that like are tough for me because you just don't know. Like they had bad years last year,
right?
And we're really just trying to project: are they going to be bad again next year? And that's Russell and Deshaun Watson too. Like they're in the 20s, like late 20s. Those are quarterbacks that could play well enough to be, again, up into like the top 10, which again pushes Jared a little bit down. So I think Jared's in a good range, but I would put him closer to 9 or 10 instead of 12 right now, because I do think he's better than Geno Smith. And I do think he's better than Dak Prescott. At least he was last year. And I think he will continue that trend going into next year, is that he'll be better than those two guys.
I think the only guys behind him that's better than him, to answer your question, is Stafford. Look,
I think from a talent standpoint, I think Stafford is a better talent. I think
in the wild
when Russell Wilson gets his head out of his butt,
that's what I was going to say.
Talent.
And I was going to say wild cards in that, or Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray with a new setup. I mean, like Kyler's got talent, but like
and I would also throw Watson in there. I mean, again, if he can get his head out of his butt, and if like things aren't just completely broken in Cleveland.
I guess. I don't expect that. But
I don't either. But I'm just saying, like, if we're talking just from a talent perspective.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we're in agreement. It's too low, but slightly.